You're watching Cheery TV.
Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Stranded Deep in Conversation, where I'm wearing headphones. And I'm taking them off because I don't know why I'm wearing headphones for this, because my mic's right here. You guys heard that, didn't you? How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is doing about as okay as they can, because some people are, can't do very well at the moment, and I hope you can do well soon, but I hope you're at least doing as best as you can. So, hey, please, for me, please do it okay, please. Hope you're all doing fantastic, to some extent, obviously. I'm doing pretty good. This is the start of my 4 days off. I thought it was 3. It's 4 days off, baby. I got freaking Thursday through Sunday completely by accident. It's just because the scheduling is so fucking disastrous that they've given me 4 days in a row. So I feel pretty good. And then I work a day, then I get off again. Then I work a day, and I get off again. And then I work 2 days, and I don't know the rest of the schedule. I didn't look at the schedule for the week after that, but I'm sure it's up, and I'm sure it is just as silly. So, either way, actually, I do know. I work 4 days, and then I have Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. See, I'm giving you guys my entire schedule. This is, I don't know why. I'm just excited. It's good. It's a great day. It's fucking September 12th, baby. The tragedy is over, and now we can start thinking about better things. For those of you who mourn, I hope you guys are doing okay. But either way, celebrate, goddammit. We're here to talk, not about that, not at all about that, because that can kind of tie into today's topic, but the nicest gesture. We're talking about things that people have done to me, or can do in general, to show gratitude. Because gratitude's, an important thing. Some people really go out of their way to help somebody out, and you're like, oh shit, thanks, I guess. No. I mean, yeah, you could if the person's nice enough like that. But if you're a decent person, you feel bad if somebody helps you too much, and you want to actually help them back, because it's just the right thing to do, right? I mean, it just makes sense. So you want to show some gratitude. It doesn't have to be anything too big. If they buy you a house, you don't have to buy them a house. You can just fucking make them food, Like, making something for somebody is an incredibly nice gesture, and we'll get to that in a damn minute, because there is something that happened this week in retail that I just have to tell somebody. So, it's not like it's funny, it's just really silly. I'm just typing something because I don't edit these. You really should. I feel like I should start doing that. But, I figure if I'm more on, then I won't have to edit it at all. So it's great. But yeah, so I can't remember what day it was I was at work. That's not important. What is important, though, is I'm walking down the aisle, and out of our seasonal little section, a mom and one of their kids walked by, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me still, hello, how's it going? And they didn't really listen to me because they were paying attention to something else. They were like, come on, kid, ex-kid, I don't remember the name, and I wouldn't tell you if I could. But it was a second kid. They had 2 kids. One kid was already with them. The other kid, after like 10 seconds of waiting, and I'm like standing there like, I'll wait for them to pass, and then I'll keep going with my day. I can't remember if I was going into seasonal or not, but either way, we wait like 10 seconds, and then this tiny-ass child, they have to be like 2 years old maximum, they come out freaking stumble walking with this giant ass bag of candy. It is the biggest bag of candy I think we could have sold. He's carrying it with both arms. He's like flailing his entire body over it, like trying to like stay up while grabbing this huge bag of candy. And then we both just start laughing our asses off, because I think as though I'm not really part of this situation. I'm just a passerby. We just, witness, I guess. So we're separately laughing. which is, I guess, kind of weird, but it wasn't, so shut up. And, you know, they grab the bag of candy from them, and they put it back, because they're not buying that big-ass bag of candy. But it was just so fucking funny to see this giant bag of candy being carried by the smallest human being that could possibly carry it. It looked like, to me, very similar situation of like if a dog came running at you with the most fucking enormous stick they could possibly grab, like basically a tree trunk's worth of tree. Like it was just fucking hilarious. Like it had the same vibe as dog with big stick, child with big bag of candy. It was very fucking silly. It was very silly. But yeah, that was fun. And you know, I gotta say, we're moving on now. That's all I have to say. I want to do it this way, I guess, is that we're moving on now. Get it? You understand? Capiche? Caprese salad? Here we go. Alright, so the nicest gesture. I don't know exactly what made me want to talk about this. It's not like anybody very recently has given me a nice gesture. Not to say no one does. People in my life are very nice people. But, you know, it's just something that I genuinely just am interested, because, you know, like, it's weird. You know what, there is something that did kind of spark this, and it was a note that I got, like a letter in the mail for my birthday, which I think I actually talked about, but my birthday was a couple months ago, so why am I bringing it up now? Because I just remembered it, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. That was so sweet. Oh. So, for those who don't know, which is probably literally everybody watching, for my birthday, one of my uncles sent me a letter, and normally, I guess, for most people, that's okay, you know, it's a letter from your uncle, that's pretty cool. When he gave you $10? No, he didn't give me any money, he gave me a note. And the note meant more money than anything could imagine, because even though it was a pretty basic happy birthday note, hope you're doing well, everything like that, it was from an uncle that I have not seen in probably at least a decade. It's been a long time. He moved far away, and most of our family did, because as I think I've mentioned before, some issues arise with family, as it usually does, but this time it really just split the entire family into like several different subsections. And this uncle in particular did not stick around. He sayonara'd. He was actually probably the uncle that I remember the most as a kid, because he had really cool facial hair, really cool glasses, and he built us a bench. He's the same uncle who built us a bench that our landlord then took when he remodeled the outside of our apartment, because he's an asshole. And next time I go over there, and I've looked into the defense area for that, where like their apartment was when I went back there. It's still there. That bench is still back there, and I want it. I want to go in there and take it, take it back. But then how the fuck am I gonna get it back here? It's a whole thing, you know. Like, I would walk it if I could, but it's a whole state away, whole several probably. I don't know if New York borders Pennsylvania. I think it does. Yeah, it does. But weirdly, like very weirdly. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. I don't really know at all. But yeah, that bench was a nice ass gesture. Like shit, he didn't have to do that at all. He was just like, yeah, these kids need somewhere to sit out here. There's nothing to them to sit on safely. So he made us a bench, and it was a really nice bench. It's like a white, had some like little green accents on it. It was a really fucking pretty bench, and I think he even like fucking, I don't know if he just made the bottom heavier so it wouldn't fall over, or if he actually like implanted it into the ground so it would stay sturdy. So I don't know how the fuck our landlord got it off the floor, but he's an asshole for doing it. And whilst it was a very nice gesture, it did not lead to very nice things, because not immediately, but at some point in that bench's lifespan, I definitely pushed my sister over the fence, because they were sitting on the fence, both their feet on the bench, and I wanted to sit on the bench, and I thought, your feet are in the way. Man, I shoved them, just completely unknowingly to them. I did not feign anger. I just went to sit down, and I was like, meh. I fucking pushed them like the fucking penguin. I just shoved them off. they got fucked up from that, but they're alive, which is pretty cool. They don't let me live that down. It had like metal bits on it too, like metal sides. It was a lovely bench. That dude put so much work and effort into that bench, and I cannot believe that he stole it from us. We would have brought it down with us if we could, but he took it from us. It's a really nice bench. Really nice. But the bench aside, there's a note that came in the mail, and it was just really nice. It was nice to hear from him again in any capacity. And he's actually been talking a lot more with one of my older sister, because I think how godparents work. I think he's her godfather, not like the Italian godfather, although he could be Italian. I don't really know if he is, but he could be. But yeah, there's a little bit of extra love going my sister's way, and it's just really nice. Yeah, it's nice to hear from him again in any capacity, because I honestly thought he was long gone, but he's not, and I'm really grateful for that. And I've told my sister to write back to him, because he didn't leave a return address on the mail, or he didn't leave like a phone number, so we couldn't contact him ourselves. So I asked my sister. I'm pretty sure they gave her his phone number. So hopefully, because I really hope he knows that I'm very grateful for that, because that is honestly probably still one of my favorite things I've gotten recently, because it was just so damn nice and sweet. Been really cool. But the main question that stems from this whole thing is, whatever happened to writing notes for people? I feel like people don't do that very much anymore. Like, if people think of how do I pay somebody back, it's immediately like some sort of like financial fucking catastrophe for you. And it's like, oh, I gotta buy them this, or oh, I gotta take them out to go here, or I gotta go. Why not just write them a note? Just say, hey, I appreciate you, you know? Like, it's really nice. Like, I have all this fucking stationery because Hallmark went, oh my god, there was a really confusing Hallmark sale in a store nearby where I work, and I just got a bunch of stationery for like no money at all, and I have it sitting on my desk, and I have not written a single goddamn note. Like, I don't know why writing notes has gone away, because I used to write notes for people that I generally cared for, like friends, family, and stuff. I used to do that when I was a kid, when I was in high school and stuff. But what the fuck happened to that? Why don't I do that anymore? I feel like that's something that people don't think to do anymore. Like, if I'm the same boat. If I want to show someone that I'm grateful for something they've did or something they've done me, I'll buy them something. Usually I don't usually go for the super expensive buy you somethings, but I'll do something. I'll treat you for something. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. I treat you for a fun day, a nice fun time. But it's just, I don't know. It's really weird. Because writing notes, some of the most important things I've been given are notes or cards or something like that. I have an entire safe, like one of those fake, like, okay, it's a book safe. It's a dictionary that looks like a dictionary, but it's not a dictionary, it's a safe. And in that, I was like, I'm gonna put some of my money in here, all my cool coins. But I didn't have enough of those. It's like, well, I guess I could put more things in here. And that thing is stuffed to the brim. Literally, it barely closes now, with little notes and cards and things that I've gotten from people I work with these past couple years. For birthday cards. It sounded like a monkey just shouted in the other room, but it's fine. But yeah, like birthday cards, like little just thank you notes, just people being incredibly just nice and being really grateful. And I'm grateful for those things, so I keep them somewhere special, because those notes mean a lot. When one of my coworkers, when it was their last day, we fucking had such a fun time. And then he gave everybody a little special card, and I got mine, and it had a little Disney princess sticker on it that looked like me. It was like the brave girl. He was like, this sticker reminds me of you. And then he outlined how much fun it genuinely was to work with. And I'm getting emotional now, just thinking about it, because he was an awesome dude. And I haven't freaking seen him in forever. And that note is super special to me, and I love that. It's a really nice gesture. It's a nice little final goodbye. And it's awesome. So why don't people do that more? I feel like if you're going to contact me, don't write in the comments, alright? I'm not going to give you my address, but if you find it, I want you to write me a note and mail it to me and tell me how much you enjoyed the video, at which point will be like 3 weeks old probably, because mail takes a long time to get anywhere unless you have priority mail, in which case next day shipping, baby. But yeah, it blows. But it's just nice. I think one of the main reasons that's no longer a thing, especially for like long distance stuff, postage. I feel like stamps are just... I thought at one point stamps were just a flat price, and then that was the price forever, or at least for like the year. We sell stamps at the store we work at. It's absurd how many times they go up a year. It's actually insane. And like, it's not like just our store is raising the price of stamps. Sorry for the burp. It's not like we're just the ones up in the price. Everyone is. The post office is. So we're matching the price at the post office, and they keep upping it by like 2 to 5 cents per stamp every few months, practically. Like, I think when I started, like a couple years ago, it was like fucking $10, $10.50 for like 20 stamps. How much is a book of stamps? Okay, well, I guess it kind of depends, because a lot of these places, 100 stamps for $30. That's, I guess if you buy in bulk, it makes more sense. 68 cents per stamp. $13.60 now. That's what it is. Yep, $13.60 for a book of 20 stamps, which is just fucking insane. Why would anybody in the world? And it's going up to 73. A book of 18 stamps costs $13.14. Who the fuck buys 18 stamps? You're stupid. You're stupid for doing that. Okay, it's gone up to 73 cents again, which is just fucking insane. 78% increase from when forever stamps were introduced. 2007 this is 78% more, which is just fucking insane. And I normally like to do the math for those, but I think I've forgotten how to do the math for that. No, you're gonna hear me do math in my head right now. So 73 cents. So from 68, no, from 73. So 73 cents is 100% now. So you get 1% of that, which is 0.73 cents, and well, it's a 78% increase. So it was 22%. So I'm not doing this math on my own. 0.73, no, 0.0073 times 22 is 16 cents for a stamp. That's what I'm going for. Hold on. I'm gonna check my math. Make sure my math checks out. 78 cent. Is it 78 cents? Is it 78 cents? Was that right? 73 cents. 73 cents times 0.22, right? Because that would be, well, times 0.22. Yeah. 16.0 cents. That's the exact same fucking number I got. This is amazing. So it used to be 16 cents for stamps, which is still an incredible amount for stamps, by the way. 16 is ridiculous. But I guess it's now it's 73, so I shouldn't complain at all. What the fuck? In July, it went up again. Another 5 cents more for stamps, which is just fucking insane per stamp. What's wrong with the world? Why would they do this? 73. I don't know why I'm doing math today, but 73 times 20. That's the typical amount that you'd get. It's fucking $14.06. It went up a whole dollar. I guess 5 times 20. Yeah, that makes sense. Went up a whole other dollar for a book of stamps. Like, it's just stupid. It's just them fishing for more doubloons. For what reason? For what reason at all? It's just stamps. You can make money doing anything else. Let people pay their bills. Like people need to pay bills. Some people still do it in mail, and they need to get their own stamps to then mail things. And what the fuck? Extra 5 cents per stamp. It's ridiculous. And it's been freaking It bugs me. It bugs me because also a lot of that growth has only been recently happening, I feel. Because in 2007 it was at 16 cents. And now it's gone up from 68 to 73, but I've seen it go up at least 5 more times over the last couple years. And it's just insane how much they're fucking doing this. It's crazy. So maybe that's why mail isn't as relevant or as used. Maybe people just do text messages saying, "Hey, I appreciate you." But I feel like that doesn't matter. Like, I feel like, depending on the person, sure, it means a lot. But it still means a whole lot more to get a physical written card. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of all those fucking, like, Dateline movies or Hallmark movies or something. I don't know what sparked this. I feel like this is true for everybody. A written word note means way more than a texted out note. I don't know if it's because it shows more effort, technically speaking, but it's just strange. I feel like everybody's on board with that idea that a written note matters more, and I don't know why. So maybe this is just a construct of society. So you know what? Everybody start texting people. Text everybody you know. Hi, how's it going? I'm going to mail you a letter. Can you buy the stamps? Just to, because I'm gonna write you a note. The least you could do is give me like 73 cents so I could mail the note to you. Which 73 cents just to mail something. Like, I already had to buy the box or the letter, the envelope. I had to buy I had to buy everything. I had to buy the pencil to write the note in. To hopefully use pen so it doesn't actually get rained on or something, and everything leaks and you can't really tell what's written on it. I only just recently realized that because I've been trying to write more stuff down in like notebooks and stuff, and I've been using pencil like a fucking idiot. Because the moment one day, all I need to do is drop 1 cup of water on this notebook, and so much stuff that I have painstakingly been writing in this notebook is going to disappear. Go home. There we go. It's gonna go away. And it's bad, and it's smelly, and it's stupid. But I'm still writing with pencil because I have no actual understanding of what I'm doing with my life. Just kidding! I'm here! We're having a good time. And yeah, so writing notes. I feel like that should come back. But I don't know. I really thought I had a concrete idea and a concrete thing to say about this. But now I don't. That's what talking it out does. Especially when you just talk it out with yourself. Like an idiot. Like me. But either way. Let's go back on something I talked about before, which is making somebody something. Because that is arguably a step up from a note. Because if a picture tells 1,000 words and a letter only will tell you like the 100 that are written down, making somebody a 3D or like a making somebody a picture, how many words is that? I'm going to use this red stroke over here to highlight the fact that I want to stab them in the face, but then I'm going to use blue. It's going to lead to a nice blue circle, which is sadness and somber for having to stab them in the face. But then I'll make it yellow. It'll explode into yellow, which means I'm actually happy that they're around, and I'm happy that I'm sad that I don't want to kill them. Yeah, that's what that's going to mean. And that's all like 1% of the canvas. That's so much more. You can really make a note. I could paint over the Mona Lisa, "Hey Bridget, how are you?" and mail it to them through these stamps that I've got. Because I'm definitely buying stamps. And then bada bing, bada zing. That's really fucking special. No, but I mean like making somebody something. Not like it's making a note. Like, like a painting, sure. Or like how like my sister does, and they crochet a bunch of cool shit for everybody that they know because they're just incredibly nice like that. They in the moment they consider you a decent person, that one of their first questions is, "What do you like?" Because they will immediately take that into their crocheting hands and needles and make something fucking insanely cool from it. I have so many little Pokemon dudes from them that I cannot even begin to express my gratitude. But I could, maybe with a note. But it's just really nice, and they still do it. They're still making more, and they're still making more for me. They're still making more for everybody. They've been keeping us up since we moved out here. So it's been like a few years, and they've just been hand over fist, being super sweet and super nice about that stuff, and it's really cool. It's really nice. And another thing they like to do, they like to make food for people, like especially my sister, my older sister. They like making food for them because it's just fun to make, I guess. And then they also like to just give them something because they're just like giving. They're in the spirit of giving. They're in the Kanishmas spirit 24/7, baby. And it's just, and honestly, if there's anything I would like to get, food is up there. But also, I don't know if food's up there because food's so temporary. Like, don't get me wrong. If someone gave me a loaf of bread that they made, I'd love that. That is actually a thing that my sister did. That when the first time I went out on my own, took like an Amtrak to college, I was there for like an extra night. I think I left like right or after Christmas time or around Christmas time, whatever, and they were making bread for everybody, and they gave me a loaf for the road, and I'm like, oh, this is great, and I ate it in my hotel bed, and it was amazing. I had the time of my life eating that loaf of bread, and I was watching something on my tablet because the TV sucks. Hotel TV. Side topic, side tangent, completely unrelated to what we're talking about. Freaking hotel TV. Where do you get off? Like, dude, in the world of like all this streaming stuff and like there's all these things, why can't like they have that? Why do they have to still have like the 30 channels of television and none of them are good? Like every time, like when we went out to Brooklyn, we had like a little hotel thing and they had a TV. Then luckily I brought my Switch so I could plug that in and we could watch Hulu on it. Because fuck whatever the hell cable ass television they got. Because not a single channel was good. I think one of them had like a fucking like the Smurfs on. Which is like, how did you get the Smurfs on? I didn't know they were still running like old Smurfs. Like not like the movie, like the show, the Smurfs from like who knows fucking when. When were the Smurfs? When were the Smurfs? TV. 1981. A 1980s cartoon was on. Why? And it wasn't. I don't like the look of the Smurfs. I'm gonna be bold and say I like the movies more than the show. Because honestly, they hit me the wrong way. But the Snorks. Ooh, the Snorks! I'm looking at a picture of the Snorks right now. I never watched the Snorks unless I was at the dentist, and let me tell you, pretty damn good. Love me some Snorks. Boomerang. Boomerang really had some good shows. But I don't think that was Boomerang on the other thing. It's showing that the Smurfs are airing on Discovery Family. So Discovery Family, go fuck yourself. But it's just weird how hotels can charge you this much for a room and then not give you any decent entertainment. I guess they're just expecting you to entertain yourself in the hotel room with like your phone. Or if you bring something that's not your phone, like my Switch, you know? I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, and I disagree. But either way, I had a great time with that loaf of bread. Because it was awesome. It was just me and a loaf of bread in a hotel room with my phone, or I think I had my tablet. So we watched it on my tablet, and it was great. It was awesome. I had a good time. Only because of that loaf of bread. But also that hotel bed was incredibly fluffy and soft and amazing. Every blanket on there made me feel happy. But it was great. It was great. But the gift was not the hotel bed. I paid for that hotel bed. And you know what they did? You know what they did to me? They rejected me for getting breakfast. Because I think I left a little... I got downstairs a little too late. I think I was literally like 3 minutes late. But they're like, we have this really stale bagel and this cup of fruit if you want it. And I'm like, what? You said free breakfast. I get it, I was a little late, but like shit, I didn't realize I was late because I thought they said that time, but I guess I was wrong. So I didn't get any breakfast. So that's the generosity that I got. It was my own stupidity. I'm not blaming the hotel in any way. In fact, I never even remembered that until I just mentioned it now. So I have no grudges against this for any reason. But still, and I'm pointing my middle finger to you there. Not to you, the hotel people. But no, it was a good hotel. It was really nice. It was pretty solid. I don't remember if it was expensive or not. I hope it wasn't. But I don't remember. I also didn't know what expensive was for a hotel room when I went there. So it could have been expensive. I don't know. I don't know shit. I don't know jack shit. What were we just talking about? Bread! Making bread. Honestly, though, dude, food as a gift is very good because it's a really delicious experience, and you're going to remember that. If it's really good food, you're going to remember that. But at the same time, if it's not very good food, you don't want anything to do with the gift. Like, it's the same thing with, like, physical gifts. You know, like, it's the thing about giving gifts that is really challenging. Because a note, you cannot go wrong with a note. If somebody says, why the fuck did you give me a note? I don't want this, and they throw it away. That is the worst type of person. You should leave and get away from them as fast as possible. They're probably a psychopath. Because the moment you see somebody who wrote out some words for you that clearly mean something to them, how do you not absolutely get floored with emotion? Like, it's so sweet. It's so awesome. But with gifts, if you give the right gift, it can be the greatest fucking day of their year for them. But if you don't, it's just, thanks for the sweater. Thanks for the bowling ball. Thanks for the card game. I'm gonna love this. Thanks. It's an avocado. Like, that kid, that child, that infantile creature was able to discern that an avocado was not a good gift for Christmas. So what the fuck do you think you're doing, giving me a Okay, this is a really real and really, I feel bad saying it, example, but I came home from work yesterday, and there was a new shirt just sitting on my, like, little, what do you call it, like a nightstand dresser thing. And I was like, oh, cool. What is it? I don't know. Maybe, is it mine? I don't even know. I thought so, maybe because I left the shirt in here. And I'm still thinking that because not only was this thing like 4 sizes too big, like I could fit all my shoulders and my neck through the neck hole of this shirt. But also, it has really poorly strapped together pictures of old horror movies on it. Which, for those of you who aren't aware, I'm not that into horror. So it has, like, The Invisible Man and Frankenstein's monster pictures on it. And other movies, but those are the only 2 I could make out because the pictures are so horribly strung together. I don't understand what the hell this is. I don't know why I was given it. It's clearly too big on me. So I don't know who thought I would need this. But it's in my room now. And I'm contemplating donating it with the things I'm donating tomorrow. So overall, a really nice gesture. Thank you. But clearly, there's 2 possibilities. Either they're gonna love the gift, or they're gonna want to get rid of it as soon as possible. And this one, I do not. I never said I wanted, and I do not want it. But also, I don't know why I was given it. So if there was a note with it, that would put a lot of the sentiment of the note to the gift. So that honestly might be a really good double whammy. If you're gonna give somebody a gift, you're gonna want to give them a note too, because if you give them the note, then they're gonna attach it with the gift and think, oh, this gift that's amazing, thank you so much. Probably not with food. I feel like still, even with food, you could be like, oh, well, you made me a fucking tuna salad sandwich, and you gave me a note saying you're the best person ever. You know I don't like tuna. I'm going to throw it away. But thank you for the note. It was a really nice note. Thank you. I didn't eat the food. But I feel like I feel like the worst thing you could do is if somebody gifts you food and then they leave and then they ask you how it was and you don't tell them it was good. Like, if you tell them you threw it away or you didn't eat it but they were really appreciative of it, that's going to hurt so bad. Like, why would you do that? Just lie. Just lie. What is wrong? Like, a little lie to make someone's day better. You know? That's what matters. Making people's day better is what matters. And telling them straight to their face, your food was terrible. I didn't want it, so I threw it away. But thank you, though. It was really nice. Like, once upon a blue moon, years ago, a couple years back now, when I first started working, I was given a gift from one of my coworkers. A piece of carrot cake. Oh no, it wasn't carrot cake, sorry. It was a piece of banana bread. so much worse than carrot cake. I didn't even know if I liked banana bread. I just know I didn't like banana. So the fact that I was given a piece of banana bread, it was a toss-up. I didn't know if I wanted it. I definitely didn't want it. I was contemplating just throwing it away. But I was like, you know what? No. They gave me this banana bread. They were really nice about it. I'm going to try this banana bread. Because it was a really nice gift. That it was not necessary. It was not needed to be given. It was just a person who was like, hey, I got banana bread. You want some? Or I made banana bread. Here's a piece. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I bit some. And I almost threw it up. Not because the banana bread was bad, but because it was such a new experience for me that my brain didn't know how to take it. So I almost threw it up. But after some chewing and some swallowing, I managed to gulp down that one bite. And you know what I said in my brain? That was pretty good. And I want to take another bite. And then I was reminded of the horrible textures of banana bread, which made me want to gag it up again. But then I swallowed it and I was like, oh man, that was delicious. And I did ultimately end up finishing that piece of banana bread because I have the mind of a goldfish. But it was very good. It was a very positive experience. But at the same time, it was not at all because I have not had banana bread since. I do not want banana bread. I was appreciative of the gift of sustenance and vomit-inducing texture, but it was pretty good. I make good banana bread. I would not want it again, though. That's the thing. It was really nice. I wouldn't want it again, but I still ate it because it was a gift. So don't be dickhead. And I didn't tell them I hated it. I didn't tell them I had to hork it down my throat. I told them it was really good. And they were happy. And I was like, yeah, they're happy about it. That's good. See, they gave me something. I gave them a good feeling because of it. And so, honestly, it goes full fucking circle. And it's great. It's awesome. So, what is the nicest gesture? A nice handshake? What's a nice, hand gesture? Like, bye, finger guns. What's hold on, I'm gonna Google something again. Most, what do you even do? Most, the nicest hand gesture. The best hand gestures, yeah. Okay, here are 5 types of hand gestures to use when speaking. No, that's stupid. 20 hand gestures you should be using? 7 hand gestures that will immediately increase the value of what you say. Yes, exactly. Alright, number 1, the box. You put both your hands up around you box off your face. Holding the ball. You grab a big fucking watermelon and you're about to take a huge bite of it. The steeple or pyramid hands. The Dr. Evil, hands. That's what that is. The numbers. What? There's no pictures for this one, so I don't know what the hell it's talking about. Most basic anytime you enumerate, do the corresponding gesture with the finger of one hand. It makes the numbers easy to remember. You and me, when you point at the screen or webcam and then back to you, creates a link between you and your audience. What? Small, medium, large. Oh, and you're making your hands bigger. And clapping hands. This was stupid. But Rosemary Ravenel, you're great. Thanks for the thing. Alright, well, hand gestures aren't the way to go. Don't give somebody a hand gesture unless it's a middle finger. Then that's pretty fun. Alright? Unless it's a deaf person and you're telling them something in sign language that you just spent months learning, so that way you can tell them how much you appreciate them without having to write it down. I'm sure that would mean a lot to that person. So you know what? Yeah, hand gestures. Throw it in there. Don't write anybody a note from here on out. Fucking learn a different language that they might not even know, and tell it to them in that language, and they're gonna think, what the fuck? And then they're gonna have to spend weeks trying to translate it themselves, only to realize, oh, they said I was a great person and they appreciate me. Why couldn't they just say that in a language I understood? But obviously, if you're deaf, hopefully you understand sign language. So if you do the symbols, it'll be really nice. It'll mean something to that person, and they'll cry so loud they won't know because they're deaf, but they'll know that they'll be crying. Okay, I don't know where we're going with this at this point. I feel like we've accurately summed up nice things to do to somebody. But also, no, we haven't. Because it's not just gifts, it's acts of kindness. Acts of kindness, baby. Opening the door for somebody. Anytime I open the door and hold it for somebody, I immediately think back to Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, where there's that one episode where they go to the mall and Wilt is stuck the entire episode just holding the door open for everybody because he doesn't want to not be nice to people coming through the door. So he's just stuck at the door. Anyway, it's fucking hilarious. It's the small jokes like that make me really remember an episode, and that one was awesome. I love that one. I love the constant going back and forth. The blah, 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 blah. Top tier episode, top tier show. But yeah, acts of kindness. And Wilt is a great example of acts of kindness. He's just a really nice person, not expecting anything nice back. And that's the thing. Knowing what to give back is half the battle. The other half is just knowing when to be nice and not expect things to be given back, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with just being a decent person and getting nothing in return for it other than just the gratitude and the thanks that people will give you. Even if they don't give you thanks, just being nice. I don't do nice things. That's it. I don't do nice things. But sometimes I'll be nice, and I don't expect people to give me something back. Like, if I'm, especially like, at work, you know, someone wants help or something, I help them just because I want to help them. I don't expect them to do anything or give me anything. Sometimes they do, and I'm really just like, oh, you shouldn't have. But, you know, I just do it because I want to. Not even because it's just my job. I like helping people. Really, that's one of my favorite things to do in the world. So, you know, helping people is great. It's pretty fun. So, just doing it for the sake of doing it. And what are the best ways to help somebody? Well, here are the top 5. Not on a website. These are my top 5 acts of kindness. 1. Offering a tissue when someone sneezes and clearly there's a bunch of shit that came out of their nose. I cannot tell you how many times in school I would sneeze and I would be like, not sick, but like allergies or whatever, and like I would snot up like fucking wads of shit. Like, it was disgusting. Ugh. It was gross. It was fucking terrible. And not once, except maybe once by a teacher, but not once did anybody around me, for the most part. I can't remember anybody, so not once did somebody offer me a tissue or anything to help. I just had to fucking wipe it on a piece of paper so I could muster the courage to move out of my seat, get a tissue, or go to the bathroom. It sucked. So, offering a tissue during those trying times really could mean the difference to somebody. Number 4, opening a door for somebody. I already said it, and it's a tried and true classic, you know. The last thing someone wants to do is go over there and open the door for themselves. So do it for somebody. You know, if you're already opening the door, hey, all it does is save them time. It loses you some time, but hey, you're doing a nice thing. That's worth all the time in the world, baby. It's pretty great. And honestly, it's just positive. It just makes everyone stay positive. You know, if you close the door as somebody's got to walk through, they immediately enlist hate towards you. And if you come across them in the store or wherever you are when you didn't open the door for them, there could be some confrontation, and we don't need that. No one needs that. So just be nice. So that way they will be nice back. Do unto others what you would do unto them. What? No, that's not how the saying goes at all. But I'm sticking with it. Number 3. Saying thank you. I really didn't think this far in, but yeah. What's another nice? What are nice things people do? What are like just small things? That's it. They're small for a reason. You don't remember them most of the time. The only reason I remember those 2 is because those were such drastic pieces of brain memory for me. I don't remember a single damn other gesture. But if you can think of something nice that people do, like get them a drink, give them some water during their trying times, walk them down the street, walk them across the street if they're old, I guess. Do old people still need help across the street, or have they adapted against that now? Because I feel like I haven't heard anybody talk about, oh yeah, walk your old people across the streets. I feel like that was a very prominent thing when I was a kid. It has not come up at all in adulthood. either has like the Pythagorean theorem, but honestly, I feel like it might have come up more in my adulthood than walking an old person across the street. If you're old, walk across the street. It's fine. They'll wait for you. Like they legally can't hit you. So just wait for it to go white or green or whatever color the lights are for you and just go, you know? Really nothing to it. So that's my nice gesture to all old people out there. I'm giving them the courage and the authority to walk down the street. Number 2, I'm not gonna do it. And we're done. We're done. It's gonna be very rude. It's gonna be very fucking stupid. Not good. It wasn't gonna be good. Don't ask. Don't ask. I don't have an answer. Yeah, just do nice shit. Be nice to people. If someone's nice to you, be nice back. You know, not to be anything special. Just has to be nice. That's about all I have for you today, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you sometime. Shit, man, I don't know. We'll be there when we be there, you know, that's what I always say. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye now, everybody.